What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for what will be the next episode of Warhammer 40k Chaos Rising. It's very early in the morning right now. It's kind of one of those times where I'm blinking and the fat of my face is just kind of rearranged. You know how, like, it's weird, but when you lay down for a long period, your face gets all kind of, like, fluffy? My face is like that right now, and it makes it very hard to focus on making a video, but I will persevere. It will be alright. For the Emperor, it will all turn out. We have some level ups to do, and I'm going to apologize right now. Thaddeus had a thing to say, but I missed when I tried to click on Tarkus, and then I accidentally opened and closed it, and now there doesn't appear to be any way to have him reiterate whatever it was that he said previously. And so, unfortunately, until further notice, I'm not going to be able to... So he said something about there was a specific house or chapter of guardsmen that betrayed or something. I don't know. I completely and totally lost the plot right there for a minute. Literally, I lost the plot. I'm going to put some points into Avitus's ability to just lay down Zadaka. You will see that I have equipped everybody with differing equipment from what they had before. Oh, maybe I didn't. The Merciful Extermination of Sin. That is a really... I seem to remember... That heavy bolter is god-awful. So you know why we had so much trouble in the previous episode? It's because they unequipped all of our gear, and then they also... I had said something about the fact we had two suits of... Yeah, we had a bunch of suits of Terminator armor as well. They break your Terminator armor at the beginning of the game. No idea why. They say that it requires a Tech Marine to repair it, and I guess they did that to keep the game balanced, but still, like, what's the point of importing then? That was kind of like one of those little things that it chapped my ass lightly. I was like, well, I went to all the trouble to get that stuff right before we went, because, like, the last mission, you get Terminator armor. The last couple missions, you can do a bunch of bonus missions in the vanilla campaign to get Terminator armor, and I did those specifically only so that I could use them in Chaos Rising, and found it to be a little bit frustrating that I didn't get it. I seem to remember him having Terrible Benediction back in our previous playthrough, and then I think we're going to level him up by putting a bunch of points into his ranged. If you wanted to know what he has, just go back and watch the previous series. I think just watch maybe one of the previous episodes. I'm not going to sit and spend like 25 minutes going over like what talents we already have, since this is a continuation of the other playthrough anyways. Over here on this side, we have an option between flanking damage, or we can go with Master Infiltrate, which greatly reduces the cost. I don't really know if I want to give him anything for melee. That seems like kind of a strange thing to put on a ranged character, but... Oh, Demolition Specialist might be a good idea, though, because then we can actually remove the need for any of his supplies for explosives. That might work out for us. Why did it not save, honestly? I already put all of our equipment on people, but it looks like it didn't save to me. So what we're going to do... He had the Rosarius and the Artillery Strike in our previous playthrough. That's weird. I just did this in between episodes, and now it's saying that I didn't. It saddens me. There we go. Swap his armor out so that he's using something a little bit better. But yeah, the reason we had so much trouble in that previous episode is because it unequipped all of our gear. Oh, I already did this. What is going on? Alright, well that's a little bit strange. I did this and I saved, but apparently it doesn't remember. It has forgotten. Let's see, I wanted him to have flash grenades. There we go. And so I'm actually, I suppose I'm going to sit here and I'm going to equip things. I think I'm going to make a push for the melee attack, even though I don't like it, because I want this ability right here, Demolition Specialist, that allows him to consume energy instead of supplies every time he uses an explosive. Avitus, you're equipped, right? You're all good to go? Okay, awesome. Davian Thule, probably not going to use you very much right now, pal. Sorry, I'm not feeling Davian Thule. Probably not going to use Thaddeus much either. Just don't really like Thad that much. He's good. You guys taught me how to use him in our last playthrough. And there's now a missing weapon. He had a plasma pistol when I equipped him last time. And I don't know. There's things going missing and now I'm confused. Yeah, it deleted the armor that he was wearing. That's really, really weird because he had... I don't know. Put that on instead. I mean, we're not going to use you for the next mission or two anyways. For Tarky Boy, we had frag grenades, we also had melta-bombs, and we had tarantula turrets. For his weapon, the stalker bolt gun, yeah, it deleted the weapon. That's weird. I wonder if that's a bug. It's gotta be. I equipped him with something else right before, and then I saved the game, and now the weapon is gone. He had a blue bolter, which is now gone. He's still got that mantle on, though. Weird. That's a trip. Interesting. I spent a whole bunch of time before recording this, and then I closed the game down, went and got my breakfast, and came back and restarted the game, and now like half the weapons are missing, and I don't know. This import has gone very, very awry. Not sure what's going on right now. With his skill points, we have the ability to... Tactical Advance, getting that up to Melee Tactician might be a good idea. Grenadier gives us... Oh, Grenades become an energy-using ability. I'll probably do that first then, considering we use a lot of grenades. And then we'll make a move towards Melee Tactician so that he can advance without... Well, it'll make... We use his Tactical Advance a lot to keep him from being suppressed. And so being able to do it where it'll reduce damage, it's a double whammy. It's a multiple point win right there, so I think we'll probably go for that. I don't know how long this campaign is, or if we're going to be able to max out some trees. No idea. Two-handed Thunderhammer. No, he's still got Kraken Tooth and the Herald of War, so like some things are still here that I equipped previously, but some things are not. For example, I got rid of the Jump Pack, and I gave him something else. The Standard of Meridian is what I gave him before. I got rid of the Jump Pack, and now, but I think I'll let him keep the Jump Pack. I'm going to take that back. On him, we can go for Orbital Command, where he can make a drop pod. We can give him Furious Charge, where he stuns. I'm going to do that. We'll go for that one right there. So we're going to go for Furious Charge, where he stuns any melee that he passes through. And then his off weapons, I'm going to give him Suppression Resistance, the Ascension to the Golden Throne. We have a couple right here. We have Hymn of Fury. We have range. We have a bunch of range damage, basically. I can either give him Prayer of Resilience, which gives him a 22% flat damage resistance, or I can give him 100 health, 70 energy, and Suppression Resistance. And so I think I'll go for that. 85% Suppression Resistance is really, really good. Let's go ahead and swap our squads out right now. I think I do it through... That's not it. That's not what I wanted. Where is it? Oh, we have to take these people? Oh, that sucks so much ass. Why? No, I hate tutorials. I bet that's what it is. I think they're trying to do like some tutorial shit right now where they're forcing me to use certain characters just in case people who aren't familiar with the game, so they can learn how to use the different characters. But I don't wanna, and they can't make me. Okay, technically they can make me, and they are making me, but that doesn't mean I have to love it. I'm gonna give him flat damage resistance. Ew, considering it deleted Thaddeus's weapon... There was another pistol in here, I swear. I swear so hard that there was another pistol in here that I had equipped. I got fur in my mouth right now. My cat was cuddling my forehead while I was sleeping. He sleeps on my face. He uses my face as a pillow, so that actually kind of detracts from a lot of things right here. I guess I'll bring... God, I don't know. Let's go ahead and we'll give him the Rosarius, and then we will also... Where are the Meltas at? Oh, we have Tarkus. Okay, so I didn't want to roll without Meltas. Rolling without a Melta, terrible, terrible idea. You can roll all day long. Just don't do it in grass, though. That would be the one bit of... That would be the one little recommendation that I would give you, is don't roll in grass.
Strike Cruiser Retribution. This is Librarian Jonah Orion. We are under attack. The Eldar are massing around us. They have a Wraith Lord, which has already claimed Sergeant Endymion. We must drive these Xenos back. We found them excavating the area. To what end, I do not know. The Eldar have deployed a powerful force to ensure we do not find out. I fear we will not survive long without reinforcement.
I thought that was the Claw of Zul. I thought it was going to be inhabiting. It's the Claw of Zeal, but I thought it said Zul for a minute. I just figured it was going to be like inhabiting somebody's refrigerator somewhere. Eldar walkers and grav tanks are present. Use anti-vehicle weapons. Okay, so we have that. Eldar structures have been detected on the surface. Explosives will be ideal for the mission. Okay, so let me make sure 100% that I've got everything I can possibly bring along. I don't think Davian Thule actually has... I would really like to bring Avidus with a rocket launcher on this one, but unfortunately, it looks like they've removed the button. There's supposed to be another button up here that allows me to... Yeah, that right there. Right? Yeah, this one right here. And so it's grayed out. I can't use it. Well, there's no point dithering any longer. Let's go ahead and do this thing. How much worse could it get? At least we get a Librarian on this one. That'll be really cool. I was sort of missing the Librarian from the previous game. Dawn of War 1, you used a Librarian throughout the entire thing, and even though he turned out to be a total douchebag, it was still awesome having him around. I guess he wasn't a total douchebag. He just kind of got corrupted by chaos, I guess. Spoiler alert. I probably should have put that up front. Space Marines being defeated by Eldar. That doesn't happen.
Eldar warriors, attack!
I'm going to, let's put Davian Thule over here. Force Commander's going to jump on in. Let me go ahead, and there's no cover right now, so I guess I'm just going to, like, send people in. I don't know. He's got, Thaddeus, if you don't know, is an assault trooper. And so I think what we want to use Thaddeus for is securing beacons. That tends to be his skill, is that he can, like, jump over the enemy and then secure a beacon when you really, really need it. And we are taking a lot of damage from this guy. Let me go ahead and I'm going to pop that. And I would love for Tarkus, you can tell I'm a little bit slow right now, and I apologize for that, but, you know, it's been a while since I played last. I'm going to go ahead and throw out that, and then we should be able... Let me go ahead, and I need to bring in Tarkus, and let's throw a grenade over there. With him, he's got like a Merciless Strike or something like that. Yeah, go ahead and use Merciless Strike on those guys. Bring in Davian Thule. And I gave him a gun, didn't I? So Assault Cannon Barrage over there is probably a good idea. God, we are getting butchered in here. I'm going to grab the explosive supplies, which are kind of a weird thing for them to give us because we're not going to be able to use them. We will jump pack on over there. We will strike from the sky, brothers, as they like to say. Oh my god, they've got another one. There are a lot of them here. I just grenaded myself, I think. Yeah, everybody get back to the beacon. Yeah, they are, because they're not moving anywhere. I need Assault Barrage out, like, right now. Wow.
No more blood ravens fall this day. No more!
Go ahead and put some damage on that grav tank. Throw up a Rosarius. I'm gonna drop a Tarantula because honestly, we're just getting battered right now. We're getting destroyed. Grab the med supplies, I guess. I just picked up medical supplies, but it didn't add anything to... Interesting. Wow.
You are a welcome sight indeed, Commander. I am Jonah Orion. And Intibian. He fell, saving me from an Eldar war machine. We had just discovered a large Xeno structure to the east when they attacked.
A webway assembly, no doubt. It will allow them to invade at their leisure. We must destroy it.
Go. I will guard over our brother's remains. The chapter will not lose Intibian's gene seed.
Of course. I am at your disposal, Commander.
If there's one thing I know, nobody should ever be allowed to invade anybody else at their leisure. It gives me the image mentally of somebody just sitting in an easy chair that's on wheels with like a small engine. There's like, and they just get to roll in and take whatever they want. At a certain point, I probably should have deployed to that building, but I will say the game seems a lot more difficult. I don't know if that's just because the scenarios that they've put us up against thus far have been purposefully difficult. You're supposed to lose, for example, until, what's his name, Jonah Orion shows up. What does Jonah Orion do? I'm gonna jump up here and beat this guy up. Aw, man, what a waste of a beatdown. Thaddeus. Jump to the ledge, brother. Fly to the skies. And so there it is. He's going to beat those guys up. We'll take Tarkus along. And there's not a lot of cover on this map either. I felt like we were in a kill zone back there. What do you do? Purify. Restores health to a target ally. That'll be useful. Smite. Fire lethal bolts of psychic lightning, tearing into enemies with a small radius. Okay. The Avenger unleashes a violent wave of psychic energy, knocking units back and destroying them. So he's basically kind of like our Disc Priest right now. He's going to be a little bit helpful. He's got some DPS. He's got a little bit of damage to deal. And I just said that. He's got a little bit of DPS, got a little bit of healing, got a little bit of support. Why are you giving me things that none of my guys can use? Let's go ahead and put Tarkus in right there. We're going to jump into that position. We're going to do the same thing with him. Let's go ahead and bring in the Librarian now. I'm going to charge this way. It seems like they made the Space Marines a lot squishier in this one. That's all I can really say about it is it doesn't appear to be... That didn't appear to do anything. I saw the heal go off, but yeah, he's missing energy. Oh my god. Alright, well... I think the enemy got a massive DPS boost in this game. And there's no cover either. There's like absolutely zero cover, so it's like, well, where do I put my troops here? As someone who thought the first game was kind of hard, I don't know. It also doesn't help that I'm completely and totally out of support abilities too. I would almost guarantee that they seem to have buffed those little, what are they called, the shuriken cannons. I'm also using hotkeys like it's World of Warcraft or something to try and cast abilities right now. Get in there. Throw a Melta on that right there. Yeah, I'm not really sure that we're striking the proper tone of argument here with the Eldar. Yeah, our squads just feel really weak right now. I'm really disliking the fact that they took all your gear from you, even if you import. I mean, I suppose... Let me go ahead and help over here since he's not built for squad combat. And then we'll capture some of this stuff. I'll have Thaddeus res him. There we go. We'll kill off the final guy. Oh, nope, wait, there's still some Howling Banshees in here. I'll knock them down really rapidly. That's what we're good at. The Eldar, very, very flimsy. They get knocked down quite easily. You just run up on them and smack them in the dome. I'm really, really surprised by how much more difficult this game is. To be honest, I think this may have not been the smartest idea to play blind. Then again, I'm not using my leveled up squads. I'm not using any of the squads I like either, so... There is that. How come nobody's regenerating? Yeah, let's hurry this along here.
I have heard the voice of power.
I guess the animation must have gone off in that last battle, but it didn't, like, actually trigger the effect because it looks like there's a little delay right there. Let's continue our way through the glacier. And we'll use a merciless strike over here. Yeah, go ahead and destroy the Bright Lance right now. We need that gone like right this second. There we go. And then we will move up to assist him. Jump the Force Commander in over there just to save a little bit of time. I'm going to start playing around with the Librarian a little bit too. I need to figure out what it is that he's useful for. Hey, let me pick you up. Giant spinning bullet. Let me grasp you. Get inside my hand. The hand of the Emperor. Well, the hand of the Splattercat, who is acting on behalf of the Emperor. So, you know, we're getting closer. Closer to the truth every single time. Without Cyrus, I'm just not sure how to scout anymore. I don't know what to do with myself. I mean, I could come up with a few ideas, but I don't think anybody's gonna like it. I don't trust that for a second either.
What in the Emperor's name are those?
Something akin to a Wraith Lord.
Yeah, and I think we're just about flat out of melt-a-bombs, too. Well, we can go left or we can go right. It looks like they've got defenses erected over there. And what target am I actually... Oh, I'm actually going for that. Okay, so if they're going to be up in the buildings... Oh, never mind. It looks like there might be some kind of glacier here. Yeah, there's a glacier. Okay, so we can't do anything about that. We're blocked by a glacier.
With me, brothers, advance.
What was that over there? I mean, we just got shot by something large.
How can we serve?
If I'm gonna get shot, I'd prefer to keep it small.
Point me the way.
Okay, so we've got a fire prism over here, which is gonna be problematic. Let's try with smite really fast. That didn't appear to do much. Oh, ambush attack. Came around the corner at the wrong time. Silly, silly Eldar. Don't you know? You fell for the oldest ruse ever. And what a ruse it was. I mean, there's only like 3 of you, so I really didn't need to use a ruse, but you've got a tank, and I think that kind of balances things out a little bit.
Get to that position, brothers.
Use explosives on enemies and structures. No kidding. Without remote detonators, we only have 1 Melta, and that's not going to be enough to take out that tank. We also have no plasmas.
Make ready, brothers.
We have absolutely no way to kill a fire prism. This makes me worried. Let's go ahead and get it over with. There's no cover either. I mean, I don't know who set up these maps, but God. Just insult to injury here. With no cover, we're supposed to be able to take on a fire prism and a bunch of guys in a building. I guess we'll start there. I'll send in the Force Commander to mess with him. Without Terminator armor, this is going to be a little bit weird. Send in Thaddeus to mess with the tank too. Maybe try and smite it or something. I don't even know if smite's going to be worthwhile to use against it. It should try to charge us pretty soon as well. Let's have Thaddeus go ahead and... Why are they not dead? Do grenades no longer one-shot buildings? It looks like they don't. Okay, so even more things to learn. I'm learning all kinds of stuff today. They are just changing the formula in Chaos Rising. I'm gonna have everybody, I guess, help out. I mean, the thing is tough. Fire Prism's definitely one of those units that are terrifying in Dawn of War 2. They're not fun to fight against. All things considered, though, that went better than I expected it to. We'll take a little bit of time out right here. We're gonna regenerate slightly. We'll get it going. I don't think I'm gonna stick to my old rule of 1 mission per episode. I think I'm just gonna try and keep them to like 30-minute episodes like I always do. 25 minutes or whatever. As I've said before, YouTube loves to penalize. Absolutely adores penalizing long videos, so that's why I always do my videos around 25 minutes. But anyways, we've got a couple minutes left. We've got like a minute and a half. I want everything we have on that shuriken cannon over there. He's already at point blank range, just stomping further. It's turning into the Space Marine version of NFL Blitz over here. Late hits and everything. It's like he's already down. Thaddeus, he's already down. We will jump on his skull for the Emperor. Many dozens of times. Let it be shattered 1,000 times over for retribution and honor. And that guy's just, I don't even know what he's trying to do. But anyways, I think this is probably a good spot to break off this episode. My name is Splattercat. We will continue this mission very, very shortly. I'll see you in the next one, guys.